When Cipher's powers were finally revealed in Season 2, it wasn't just shocking, it completely rewrote the story we thought we knew. For weeks, the series had been teasing that Cipher was different, that he wasn't like the others who relied on Compound V, and then Marie finally sensed it herself. Cipher did not have Compound V in his blood, at least not in the way anyone expected. That reveal, dropped halfway through the episode, was the moment where everything we thought we knew about Cipher got turned upside down. Up until then, Cipher had been built up as this all-powerful figure, someone untouchable, someone always 10 steps ahead. But if he didn't have V, how could he possibly wield powers this terrifying? That mystery instantly became the heart of the show, and it's what makes him one of the most dangerous characters we've seen yet. The crazy part is how the reveal was staged. The group had finally come together with what seemed like a foolproof plan to catch Cipher and force him to admit his secrets. For once, things actually looked easy for the heroes. But if you've been watching Season 2 closely, you knew it couldn't be that simple. There was no way the writers would let a villain of Cipher's scale get cornered halfway through the season. It was the kind of setup that screamed, something is about to go horribly wrong, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Cipher has so much more to show, especially to Marie, and the way their dynamic has been unfolding is one of the most intriguing parts of the season so far. From the very beginning, Cipher has had this strange connection to Marie that no one else seems to understand. He wasn't just another antagonist. He was there at her birth, which is already suspicious enough, and on top of that, he knew exactly how to train her powers. This is not the kind of relationship that happens by accident. Cipher has been watching Marie's life play out from day one, and now he's stepping in, not just as an enemy, but as someone who insists he knows what's best for her. In one of the most chilling exchanges, he even told Marie she could become more powerful than Homelander himself. And the way he said it, calm, assured, like it was simply a fact, made it land even harder. Like Marie, most of us can't wait to find out what he really means by that. Because if Cipher is right, then she's not just another soup in training. She's potentially the key to everything. What's fascinating is how Cipher's presence flips the story of the season. On one hand, you root for Marie and her group to take him down. But on the other hand, you can't help but be drawn to Cipher himself. He's menacing, yes, but he's also magnetic, even fun at times. That's the brilliance of Linklater's performance. He makes Cipher the kind of villain you love to hate, someone who can outsmart everyone in the room while keeping you hooked on what he'll do next. When the group's plan failed, I found myself partly glad, not because I wanted Cipher to win, but because I knew the story would be better with him still in play. A villain this good doesn't just get written off halfway through a season. The scale of Cipher's powers is another layer that makes him terrifying. Up until now, we thought we'd seen it all. Strength, speed, psychic control. But Cipher's abilities go further. When Marie claimed he didn't have Compound V, it created one of the biggest questions of the season. How does he have powers at all? And when it was revealed that he can not only control Jordan but literally speak and fight through them, it raised the stakes to a whole new level. Cipher isn't just strong. He can invade someone's mind and body, take their agency away, and bend them into his weapon. That's scarier than anything we've seen from most soups, because it strips away choice. You're no longer fighting Cipher from the outside. You're fighting Cipher inside your own skin. The theories are endless. Did Cipher somehow manage to hide Compound V from Marie's senses, tricking her into thinking he didn't have it? Or is it even more disturbing? Is he one of the first soups ever who doesn't actually need Compound V to wield powers? If that's true, then he's not just dangerous, he's groundbreaking. He breaks the rules of what we thought was possible in this universe. That idea alone changes the entire landscape of Season 2, because it suggests Cipher isn't playing by the same rules as anyone else. He's operating on another level entirely. And it makes you wonder if we've only scratched the surface of what he can really do. His connection to Marie only makes the mystery deeper. Cipher has knowledge of Thomas Godolkin's experiments, and we already know he was present at Marie's birth. Combine that with his involvement in Project Odessa and the scope of his powers, and suddenly Cipher isn't just a villain. He's part of a much larger design. He isn't in Marie's life by coincidence. Every move he's made has been deliberate. And the big question is whether Marie is just a pawn in his game, or if she's the ultimate piece he's been preparing all along. Episode 4 gave us even more to think about. This was the one where Jordan and Kate managed to sneak into Cipher's home. For a moment, it was one of the few times Cipher wasn't in control, and it gave the audience a chance to breathe. But it also gave us one of the most heartwarming beats of the season. Kate finally starting to be seen differently by her peers. Watching Kate and Jordan share that softer moment was a reminder that not everything in this world is manipulation and betrayal, and it gave us hope that reconciliation might actually be possible. But then, the show dropped another bomb. Inside Cipher's home, they found an old man kept alive in a hyperbaric chamber. And the reveal that this man was actually Cipher's father completely shifted the narrative again. This twist is clearly setting up something much bigger down the line. Why is Cipher keeping his father alive like this? What role does he play in the bigger story? And more importantly, how does Marie fit into it all? Every clue so far points to her being central to Cipher's larger plan. And now with the reveal of his father, the questions multiply. Is Cipher grooming Marie to eventually help save his father? Or is it something darker, using her to finish what Godolkin started, tying Marie's own origin to the man in the chamber? No matter which way you look at it, the mystery ties back to Cipher's obsession with Marie, and the answers are going to shake the foundation of this story. The beauty of this season is how it keeps layering these mysteries while still keeping the tension alive. Cipher's reveal doesn't feel like a random twist. It feels like the payoff of careful storytelling, where every cryptic look, every perfectly timed move, every unsettling comment was building to this moment. And now that we know, it's not just about what Cipher is capable of, it's about how much deeper this rabbit hole goes. The fact that he could be hiding his true nature from Marie, the fact that his powers defy the rules of Compound V, the fact that he has ties to her birth and to Project Odessa, it all paints a picture of a character who isn't just the villain of the week, he's the linchpin of the entire season. Looking ahead, Cipher's powers set up a story where no one is safe. If he can control Jordan, who's next? How do you fight someone who can literally turn you against yourself? And what happens if Cipher decides to push Marie toward that Homelander level of power he claims she can achieve? Is he telling her the truth? Or is he just manipulating her into becoming what he needs? That's the brilliance of Cipher as a character. He's unpredictable, terrifying, but also endlessly fascinating. Every scene he's in makes you lean closer because you know something big is about to happen. At the end of the day, Cipher's shocking reveal doesn't just change the story. It changes the rules of the world these characters live in. He's proof that the lines between science, experimentation, and raw power are blurrier than ever. He's a villain who feels unstoppable, but at the same time, he's a mentor of sorts to Marie, forcing her to face not just what she can do, but who she really is. And that tension between student and teacher, between hero and villain, between truth and manipulation is what makes this season so gripping. Cipher isn't just a threat to be defeated. He's a mystery to be unraveled. And every clue pulls us deeper into his story. So as season 2 continues, one thing is clear. Cipher has completely flipped the game. His powers, his secrets, his ties to Marie's past, and now his father's reveal. Every piece of it is building towards something massive. Whether he's truly without Compound V, whether he's manipulating Marie for his own agenda, or whether he's pushing her to unlock something greater, Cipher is the kind of character who makes this story impossible to look away from. And if this is only halfway through the season, we can only imagine how explosive the rest is going to be.